Hello, we made coasters out of stained glass. Man, I forgot my joke! It's funny! It went away! It's funny as heck! Take a gander at the current coasters that we are using. I'm modeling it as a Power Ranger would. Now, they're bad and old. And what makes them bad isn't that they're not functioning, it's just that they're old. So it's not that they're bad and old, they're old. The design was specifically chosen because it already looks dilapidated and broken, so that when they would be inevitably dropped, because at the time when these were bought, myself and my siblings were a lot younger and would drop things like coasters fairly often. So you just glue it back together and it didn't look any weirder. Now, we're all a lot older and we're still using these and we could just, come on, we can do better.
We built our famous triple kaleidoscope out of brass tubing and glass blobs, but these glass blobs were not the original design. We originally planned to use glass squares, little tiny glass squares, and make this a mosaic, but these turned out to not be suitable for kaleidoscope work, so we have a whole box of these things that we were going to throw away and decided, hey, let's build something else out of them.
We made a major upgrade out of literal garbage.
The way you work with tiny pieces of stained glass like this, or with the glass blobs we used on the kaleidoscope, is to use something called copper foil. This is just foil that has a sticky back to it, and you take it and you apply it to the edges of the glass piece you're going to use, and that gives you a copper edge to each piece of glass that you can easily solder to another piece of glass.
To make these, we modeled them after the old coasters, and obviously these are squares, they're not going to act like circles, so we found out that the diameter of this is 9 squares. So we had a 9 by 9 grid. That's ridiculous. It was huge. So we went by 8 by 8, and then we put this on top, and we took out the corners. So there's 60 pieces of little like rhombus squares of color, and they're gonna look really, really pretty. With soldering, you need to solder both sides. So, 4th of July is just passed, but today we're not flipping burgers, we are flipping coasters. We talked a lot. Let's solder. So now this is done. It's been soldered, welded, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty sturdy, and for the most part it's fairly level except for one little piece. So because that part's standing up, it's gonna be the bottom and no one's ever gonna know except you and me. Now the whole thing with stained glass is you need light to shine through it. You need to be able to like see the glass. So we have these little like clear feet that are gonna lift it up just a little bit, enough for like light to get underneath it, so that way you can like see the pretty colors once it's like laying down. It's gonna look pretty and cool. Coasters are done. Soldered, welded, looks nice. It's got feet. What else do you need?
As always, thanks to our patrons, you help make all this possible. We really appreciate your help.
Thanks for watching all the way up to this point in the video. Really appreciate it. If you like what we do here, this and other projects, feel free to like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you don't want to miss an upload. But anyways, make sure you always build stuff out of your leftovers, unless you don't want to. It's completely your choice. Alright, that's it. Goodbye.